2,000. It's enough. I could, like you saw, I could buy my dual swords, my bow, and fully upgrade my armor. There's another one going. So what I was saying is, with it showing you the averages, that's per, or specifically for that perk, which is classes in this game. So if I was to swap to medic, it would reflect my performance with exclusively the medic. So that way, if you are swapping over, it's not messing up your statistics because each class will focus on something else. Medics are not going to be dealing damage, but they will be healing people and doing more support. Yeah. So it's 65 points to get to where you have the 5 free virtual mummies. So I got that done. I'm halfway there to the domino effect. Yeah, Operation Breakout and Operation Bad Sleep. And that's what the supply things are. It could seem like it. Uh, so Operation Breakout is specifically going around so you can break out former a former operative. Yeah, because originally there were only the 6 main specialists, but then with Operation Breakout they added DJ Scully, who was in the first 2. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying about making the different weapon parts. Mm, no. Yeah, like I made a little custom shuriken so you can do 6-point star, ring blades, or triple blades as an augment. That even though you can't paint the melee weapons, which is just lame, so lame, you can at least like customize the grip on the kunai, or you can get lightweight blades or sai blades. Yeah. Huh. Apparently the sai blades changed to force damage. Uh, but yeah. Serrated blade, all extra toothy. Lightweight blade, which is a lot more sci-fi, cyberpunk type blade. Or the tempered blade, which gives a vague appearance of more traditional ish katana blade with the hamon. But they've all got their own specialties. Like serrated, obviously, it's more bleed. The ones I use, since a lot of time what I'm dealing with, especially on multiplayer, is keeping everyone else safe from getting crowded. The katanas that I'm specializing in upgrading right now are set for attack speed. Yeah. I might come back to that. So when you craft them, they'll always have a bonus ability. Like that last one was 5% against bosses. This one's melee and bash damage by 20% during Z time, which also pretty good. 5% more to bosses. So you can recycle them if you don't like them, and you'll get at least a little bit more back of your resources. So like, crafting this takes scrap metal and biosteel. And on the card where it's like lightweight blade, blah blah blah, the number at the top right is how much more expensive it makes it from the base value. So that's also another bonus to having it geared towards the attack speed instead of outright damage, is because those tend to be the cheaper parts for the katanas. Yeah. So deal 3% bonus damage when within 10 meters of at least one teammate. That's nice. 5% more damage to bosses. 20% during the Z time. it's the same thing I just got. So it looks like when you recycle, you get 2/3 of the value back. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you really need Scrapper perk for any true value. 4% chance to restore half of the damage received from each hit. And like these are the different guards you can get. Yeah. Heavy guard is clearly the best, but also costs more than the light guard and costs you, yeah, attack speed. But the stumble affliction is nice. But it's tough. I don't know if that would make up for it or not. Although I don't know if bosses can stumble, so I'll probably stick with attacking. Ooh, 3% chance to heal 5%. That seems pretty good. 5% HP is a fair amount. It'd be like 7.5 health for me. Yeah, 3% chance when you're killing a lot. On average, kill about 200 Zeds, so on average would have it activate 6 times, which it sounds nice, but I don't know if it's particularly helpful. I love how it's bonus 5 damage. Like, oh, she really won me over with that one. Sure. So you can upgrade them and it'll boost the stats, and then once you get to the third and final upgrade, it'll unlock the bonus ability. Yeah. So like this, I go from 3% to 6% attack speed, get my block stamina penalty reduced, 1 to 2% damage, 10% to 15% handling, and from 5 to 10 stun affliction. 12% extra attack speed. 4% damage is nice. These already do so much damage, and right from level 1 you can cleave. So as long as you're aiming about chest high, you're killing whatever you hit. Especially for the more basic Zeds, like the clots and cysts. And then other things you can just heavy attack them and they die. And even then, sometimes just a normal hit, just with the head, just pop, they did. Yeah. Guess I'll go with the extra damage to bosses. And upgrading this will upgrade the actual damage I do too. Go from 3% maxing out at 15%. That's pretty nice. Plus more stun. I've almost got it. Oh, a single thing maxed out. Yeah. I go back and forth on the pommel. It's like the attack speed's nice. Block stamina helps offset the lightweight penalty on the. Oh no, it's just the guard. Oh no, the block stamina block stamina. Blech. So the grip and the guard penalize me, so I'm at 30% less with that stack. But the different pommels, like this one, when it's upgraded, probably gives me 20% extra, so I'd only be 10% down from normal. Yeah. I could do this, which it won't affect my block, but it would give me shock affliction, which when fully upgraded would probably be at 100. Yeah, it's not shock, or it's not electric damage, but it is shock affliction. So it's like another way of crowd controlling. Or I could go with the Clanton Crest, which a bit of a penalty on attack speed, but would be damage and handling. But it's the clan, of course. See if I can turn it. The rotation is weird. So it's, I guess, a skull. Like, I can only rotate it on specific axes. It's not like Resident Evil where you tip it one way and then you can tip it. The axes are fixed on the object itself, not the perspective. Like if I push up and down, it does that. Up and down, it does that. Yeah. Like I can't angle it here and then have it look down. That's interesting. I never looked at the bottom of it. I just accepted that that was it. I assumed it was like a Ninja Gaiden type reference. That design. is like things from Ninja Gaiden. So I'm not sure if I want the stamina, the block stamina buff, or if I'd rather settle for my 30% penalty and go for shock affliction. Oh yeah, I have that now. With upgrading those things that cut down the penalty. And being able to block is nice, but I mean, back then I was meaning a specific weapon set around blocking. I do like the balanced pommel because it is the cheaper of them as well. If I upgrade it, it goes from 1 to 3. So probably maxes out at 11, 10 or 11. Attack speed, block stamina, looks like it's trending to beat that 20%. Yeah. Thank you. So yeah. Yeah. And these don't change the look of the weapon, but yeah, you get the affliction. You can enfeeble, which still not clear. They don't have an entry for it. You can only guess it either makes them take more damage or deal less damage. Maybe a mix of the two. Toxic affliction, pretty sure is like poison. And then stun affliction, stun. It's hard telling what's the difference between a stun, a shock, and a stumble. Yeah. So I just go with enfeeble because I figure hitting fast, I'll weaken whatever it is. Yeah. Then I have a dingly woof. Yeah. That's the emblem for Nightfall, which is the squad. And as you can see, it shows you like what parts you have. So the first katanas I made that were more towards all of the stunning and yeah, stunning and stumble. More expensive, but they don't even have upgraded parts. But they also have a lot more block power and block stamina. Yeah. Doesn't look like it makes that much of a difference on attack speed, but I feel like I've noticed a difference. Even just with the base things being equipped, it feels like it swings faster than when I first started. But even though, like, the things marked free, you can get them without the supply pass premium version. And then you'll be able to have them. But if you get the things that don't have the little free mark, once you get the supply pass, then you'll get whatever items are reserved. So it's not like, oh, you can't buy it. Oh, you can't buy any more things. If you want to progress, you have to buy the pack. No, it's not like that. Which I thought it was the case for a bit, but then I think what happened is whatever reason, I just went to one of the things and was holding X. And then I was like, oh, so that's what reserved means. Yeah. It's like, oh, cool. Yeah. And that's what the shurikens start out looking like. Yeah. It does.
Okay, let's all board the VTOL in a nice and orderly fashion. We do not want a repeat of the other day.
We'll see a difference in my chop swing.
Stay safe up there, guys.
Yeah. I keep saying chop swing because lyrics come nice into the song. Chop swing, chop. Or something to that effect. I think it's my axe. Which, if you could get one of those Japanese battle hatchets, that would be awesome.
Stop the broadcast by resetting the circuit breaker. Head
to
the control room. Let's see what mischief we can get into.
I saved your cycle speaker.
Who's got the magic?
Did not end well for that guy. Or that other guy. Punching with shuriken.
Who wants to shop? Anyone?
Almost there. Budget is 30 million. Not bad.
So you made it. Now, you'll need to prime the circuit breaker manually. Give that handle a good pump. It seems we need someone with the proper biometric credentials. Unfortunately, everyone is dead here. Now, stand by for further orders. Well then, shall we continue? I might investigate the morgue. There should be plenty of dead people there.
You don't say. The music in this one is just so much better. What?
That was textbook perfect. Good work.
Oh, what's that? Totally.
You've made it to the morgue. Try not to inhale too much formaldehyde. Dig around inside that clot. Let's see what the little miscreant's been up to. Seems he had a taste for finger food. Pocket that appendage for the time being, would you?
One of the very few times that any of that is actually used.
Marvelous. Now, bring that hand to the control room.
口を開けなければならなかった。ここはお前のような立派な女の子が来る場所ではない。飽き犬のクズ。
Love that intense desire to achieve mission success.
And this thing, when you go to the supply pod, it refills your health. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's a heck of a difference, too. So 434 is the base damage. It's up at 519. Or 608 base with the electrical on. Up to 727. Oh yeah, and how much faster it pops out too. There's almost no animation to it anymore. That's great.
That's it. Press it against the reader.
Fingies.
And that concludes our broadcast day. Stand by, Specialist. More instructions will follow soon. Our hiatus concludes. Now, proceed to the shooting range. Let's see if we can find any evidence of our instigators.
You got me running all over the place, lady.
A good start. 25% eliminated.
Trying to cartwheel would kick me, I'll just chop your legs off. Sucks for you, guy.
お前は引退してこの人生を諦めるべきだった。
Good time. Now search the area. I suspect we'll find those same markings we found at the factory.
Hey, it's Captain Patrick Henry, otherwise known as John Wisconski, otherwise known as Edgar Hobbs. R&D Red has shed a lot of dead weight recently, huh? Begs the question, what is Pam Bedford still doing here? Whatever. Either way, Dr. Moorcroft knows what he's doing. Trust the man. Trust the plan.
Ooh. specialist cut damage up. That's all I do.
Take this armor, now! Armor here, for you!
Yes, you see on the right side, it's like scrap metal. That's just telling me I got whatever material from killing whatever thing. So, lots of stalkers. They don't usually last more than one slash anyway. That damage isn't gonna do any more, technically. There's no bonus for overkill.
Way to show him who's boss.
I just like how quickly you flip these out too. They almost come out like mantis blades now. And one thing I love about these is this. Just the electric blue on them is just so cool. Toxic code, enfeebling venom, mortality. Don't really use it anymore. Impaling. Nice. Like, the other two bosses are cool, but the Impaler is the most fun to fight with the ninja. Dang, just wrecking me. Look at this poor guy. There's all of his weak points are down. I'd be able to get him to kill himself.
Return to base, Specialist. Might need to investigate what's happening to these R&D scientists.
Man.
A simple sacking.
He stood no chance. Those upgrades make a heck of a difference. Oh, that was great.
Our missing Horsine scientists were last seen at Parkman Air Force Base. Let's riddle out what they were doing there.
I wish when you were doing the missions, you didn't have to keep coming back to get the little bit of info and then go to the next thing. It can just feel a bit tedious with a stop and going. Especially if you find like a group that you're really like feel like you're locked in with each other, but everyone's doing a mission, so they want to go back to the hub so they can get the next piece. Yeah, sure. I'm so curious if Lilith would be amused by Mr. Foster's mask, just how it's kind of with the long snoot of it and the eyes. Didn't I do it for you? It seems like she could be amused by it. Although I think Lilith would like Devlin because she's a girl. She's a girl too, but she's a lot more gristled, so I think Lilith would go towards her because she's got more of a smile. Did you want to do something together? Do you want to try the Harry Potter cooking? Okay. Is there something that tracks it? Primary. So I've done 19, or I've completed 19 games or matches. Which is pretty cool. I feel like it's been more than that. Maybe it's 19 on this segment, and then it was probably like 10 before, so I'm technically at 29. They're all survival. At least for now. I forget what the other modes were. I think it might have been survival and endless, where you just go wave after wave after wave. And it's like every... Well, in this, you go 5 waves boss. And that's the end. But then after a while in Killing Floor 2, they introduced the endless mode, where I think you go 5 or 10 waves, and then you have a boss, and then you just keep going in that same area with the same equipment. So you don't have to start and stop. Yeah. Which I think the highest it made it pretty high. I can't remember the record, but it was up there. Oh yeah, and like the different, like you have daily and weekly stuff, of course, because everything's got to have some live service element. Which on a game like this feels a lot better than just trying to enjoy like Grand Theft Autoing or Red Dead Redemption. The daily and weekly things were just annoying. Yeah, it can still be a bit annoying. Like, I have to play the engineer and deal 100,000 damage. I have to switch to the firebug and throw stuff. But it's nice. You get bonus XP for the perk that you're playing as, which in these cases it's going to be those classes. And you also get supply pass XP. I think it's just 1,000 XP equals 1 supply point. So, not bad. You do 5 things and you get a point. And the weekly ones give you even more. For some reason, I don't show it on all of them, but each weekly thing you do gets you 600, and if you bag them all, you get an extra 800. So you can rack them up pretty fast that way. And your primaries are things that are just persistent across everything, but killing things, doing so much damage as character. There's one that's literally just running. Yeah. Yeah. Travel a certain distance while dashing in survival. Okay. Travel a certain distance while aiming down sights in survival. While sliding in survival. Survivor. While ziplining in Survivor. So yeah. As you're doing stuff, they do rack up. Like, It started less than a week ago and I already got 65 points. Well, at this point, it'd be about a week. So 65, 68 points technically. So they certainly rack up quickly. As you're going, they kind of taper off because then it's larger gaps, but they do give you more, like 400, and then the next one gives you 600, and then 800. But it does at least feel better. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just magnitudes more for not that much more return. And only some of those even gave you atom points. Like more than half of them, it's like, cool. I don't care about those. I want the ones that give me atom points. So each day you can get 1,800 points if you bag all the challenges. Yeah. Guess I'll stop this. Bye, I love you. Whoever's watching, I love you anyway. Maybe they need some extra.